Consideration shall include, but not be limited to the following provisions, and it goes on, talks about all the smokes and pills and whatnot.
Can I see that?
Yeah, this is the township ordinance. I assume where it says planning commission now means supervisors. I don't see anybody else have one of those books on top of the table here. Well, we ought to be.
Right here?
We got one? Okay, very good.
So what that's saying basically is what I was saying about Wayne Township.
One is saying that the
What is
cart has a horse again.
You saw there one had
Well,
that.
It's not
we
the
did,
first
we
time.
did submit, the engineer submitted the drawings in our
So then-
erosion control plan as well at the township, that's already
When was that submitted?
on. March, that date I can't believe, it was in March. Whenever, there was an application for a driveway permit.
I think we had the same question come up on the development up on Route 40. Perhaps a different owner under a different name, but it was the same scenario,
We
the
had
same question.
different person, different name, and a little bit different of an issue, but. yes.
Okay, we got three things you want, right?
Correct.
Run through 'em. The one is the
One is the
subdivision itself.
Yes, just
Okay, that's
subdividing
easy.
the three
Yeah.
plots. The second one is approving, and that's subject, these first two are subject to DEP approval.
Right, right.
So the subdivision is one, the second is the planning module, which was submitted by the Washington County Sewage Council.
And the third is the
And the
variance,
third is a variance asking for a 20-foot setback,
opposed to a
as
30.
opposed to 35 or 50. Just, again, it depends on.
So do you want to take the subdivision first?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's my recommendation. Again, I'm looking at this tonight for the first time. A motion to approve the subdivision prepared by Mounts Engineering. You ready?
Hold on. Okay.
Motion to approve the subdivision prepared by Mounts Engineering for parcel ID number 230-006-00 0007 subject to the following conditions. Offset number 1, that the plan be executed and notarized by the appropriate parties prior to the township executing the same. 2, any cost incurred by the township be reimbursed within 30 days of the receipt of the invoice by the applicant. 3, that the applicant agree to comply with all township rules and regulations and Commonwealth law. 4, granting, strike that, the approval of the subdivision shall not be construed by the applicant as an acceptance of any previous actions on the aforesaid parcel ID number. If I make a motion, I suggest that to be the motion.
I would also suggest that you put it Pending DEP.
Pending DEP.
Pending DEP approved. That should be your motion, I think that's number 5, or
Yeah.
6.
5. Sure.
What would be the appropriate agencies?
Does anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
A question on the motion.
We get-
We got a second yet.
Oh, I thought you said second.
No,
I said, do I have
Oh,
a
I
second?
thought that's what you said.
Second.
Go ahead, now. Sorry.
Just for point of clarification, because it comes up, I know that I've been asked, I'm going to ask the question. At least 2 of the board members are business partners of the applicant, not in this project, and I want a legal opinion as to the propriety of the vote, to make sure that we don't get in trouble down the road.
Legal opinion on a
It's your
case.
turn.
There's a recent case that came down about ethics and all that stuff, about all that stuff, Vesterbergese. You guys, I guess 2 of you are business partners of this gentleman,
Mhm.
Mr. Ward?
In other areas.
I really don't know what the answer to that would be off, based upon that circumstance. I really don't know. I would urge caution.
So they should just abstain, right?
Yeah, then there's a case that came down recently, and I'm trying to think what it was. It just came down on PSATs. It used to be the old days was, and I have to take a look at this. It used to be, it was a 2-1-2 vote, that motion didn't carry. If you look at the latest PSATs, you belong to PSATs?
Mhm.
If you look at the recent legal notes, just got this past week, I think it would say that the motion would pass. I think that's what it says, don't hold me to it, just read the square. Give me 1 second here.
This is
This is just their bulletin. They were only submitted in the county.
You got a motion.
Wait, just hold, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Mike
Okay.
and Kathy second.
I didn't know if we needed to say anything.
Conflict of interest, now this is section 1102. This is the definition of conflict of interest. Used by a public official or public employee of the authority of his, or slash her, I guess nowadays, office or employment, or any confidential information received through his holding public office, or so forth, for private pecuniary benefit of himself, and so forth, of his immediate family member, or a business with which he or a member of his immediate family is associated. But this isn't part of your business then.
Yeah, no.
What was that last sentence?
I'm sorry.
What was the last sentence you said?
It says here basically, a conflict of interest would be a holding, a person like that, like 2 people, using their position for the private pecuniary benefit of himself or herself, a member of his immediate family, or a business with which he or a member of his immediate family is associated. Is this a family business, or are you associated in this business?
No,
That
no.
applies.
All right, I would suggest, based upon, and again, I'm looking at this first time today, I didn't know the circumstance.
Oh,
You want to go?
We're locked in.
All right, so if you want to vote on it, I'm just giving you current, I haven't got official legal thing.
Just include his opinion in the minutes, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
That's based upon section 1102. I'm reading off the definition. I haven't done legal research on the issue. This has just been brought to my attention tonight.
I want to go on the record as saying I have no problem with this project. But my violation, when we make up rules and regulations, they're for everybody.
I have some other issues, that's,
You know, you can't pick and choose who this applies to.
I agree, it has to be consistent.
And we're, this,
Okay.
I was told last meeting that didn't apply. Well, here it is, black and white.
So if you want, so there's a motion and a second on the floor. Now, do you want to call for the vote now?
You can guarantee if this was Doug Teagarden. That's a-
No, I'm not- we haven't come there yet.
Okay,
All
got a
right,
motion and a second. You done talking about it?
all right.
How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug,
No,
Ed,
That's that real long motion with all that legal
Yes.
crap in it.
yes.
Yeah.
I just try to be protected, that's all.
All right, the next thing.
He was a sewage model.
He,
There's,
it's already been approved by the Washington County sewage.
they're actually the one that created.
drew it up.
They created the planning module, so we just need that approved by you, and then we would submit it to DEP.
has it been, it's been approved by who now?
The sewage council actually created the planning.
The Washington County Sewage Council has approved it then?
They created
They
it.
Have
made
they
it.
also approved it?
Yes,
Okay.
well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
they wouldn't give it to you and say, we're not gonna approve this.
Yeah.
They created
Sure,
it.
this isn't our best work, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly.
well, you haven't obviously dealt with it much.
Yeah, no, well, I've dealt with them extensively, but yes.
All right,
Okay.
I'm looking at the sewage module, if you don't mind me interrupting.
Go for
The
it.
sewage module was approved by the sewage, certified sewage enforcement officer. And that's certified, I can't read his last name, but it's 03246. It appears to be approved on April 27th.
Is it Calvert?
Could be Ray Calvert, but I don't know.
I thought he retired. Didn't Ray Calvert retire? Tom Wright's still there yet.
Yeah.
That might be Ray Calvert, I don't know.
I don't know, but it's the certification number 03246. I thought Ray retired last year.
I think he still pulls some work.
So the motions, it's been approved, well, that is Raymond Calvert, that's right, it's right there. He approved this back on April 27, 2018, the sewage module. And there's a signature here, I guess this is the developer, is it?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Ethan Ward.
And it's signed by Ethan Ward on
21st.
May 21st, 2018. Again, if you don't mind, help me make the motion. A motion to approve the sewage facilities planning module submitted by the applicant Ethan Ward and approved by Raymond Calvert on April 27th, 2018. Subject to the following. Colon offset, number 1. That the township is not responsible, for any cost for preparation of the same, and assumes no liability for the sewage module being submitted thereof. Two, any cost incurred by the township shall be reimbursed within 30 days of submission of an invoice. 3, that the same must receive DEP approval. 4, the approval of the same requires the applicant to comply with all township rules and regulations and state laws and regulations.
Should that include the fees, Dennis? We haven't thought.
Well, that would be it would be township regulations. That was
It's
wrong.
$1,000.
I said he has to pay whatever
Yeah.
fee, I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear, I'm sorry. Missed that. Excuse me.
And that would be per each tank.
I have a quick, yeah.
Yes, it's per
Yes,
tank.
Per tank.
Question on the DEP thing though. You have to submit that, we have to sign off before you submit it to the DEP? So
It's pending DEP
Yeah.
approval, so
I
yes.
put pending DEP
Yeah,
approval.
it's in
So you
there.
can sign it, if we send it to them and they say go pound salt,
Right, then it's no good.
then we go back to the drawing board.
That's in the motion.
Yeah, all right.
I think, what, 4 items or 5 items?
Four.
Four
on
items,
that one.
okay.
Oh, running out of steam. Okay. Anybody want to make that motion?
This is for the sewage module.
I make a motion.
Got a second?
I'll second it.
How you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes, Doug?
Yes.
Patty?
Yep.
One more.
So I was waiting, I thought there was something else.
Okay, the third one is a request for a variance on the setback.
Is there any way that we can wait on that?
That is certainly up to you. If you guys don't.
I think and again, I'm just telling from experience, what I saw down in Wayne Township a couple weeks, about a month ago, in fact. You know, when you cut in the toe of the slope, you remove the support. If you remove the support, then you cause slip. And again, I don't know what's being done there, but I think what I would do is I would refer this over to the township
engineer.
engineer for review, and
That's
to
what
make
I
a
was
recommendation by the next meeting. That's my recommendation.
Have you had an engineer look at it?
Yes, we've actually submitted, our engineer submitted their plans and their erosion control plan to the township. So,
Well, I think it needs to be reviewed by the township
Yeah.
engineer and review the site also.
Yeah.
Is this setback just for one site? One of the three, right?
I'm looking at this for the first time today, it says,
Is it,
it would,
it doesn't, I can't really say if it does or not, I'm reading this, again, look at this for the first time today.
my understanding would be it's just for whatever is being constructed
Now,
at the moment.
yeah.
Well, but it doesn't say, it doesn't say which lot they, because you have 3 lots on, you have lot 1, 2, and 3.
And if you were to approve the 20-foot setback, we would still be outside of the township right-of-way, which is 33 feet. You go from the center line, we're still,
And I don't know the site. I mean, I
it's
don't
on
know.
Crees Road, it's looks like dirt road, basically, in a dead end.
But when you dig below the road, that's my word.
There's a lot of rock there, because I plowed it to plant corn once there.
Is it gonna hurt just to wait, have our township, it won't hurt a month, just have the township engineer look at it.
We didn't discuss that, I can certainly call and ask if it's gonna be an issue.
The
But if-
table is
No, I think the motion should authorize the township engineer to review the requested variance as it applies.
Yeah, you submit, you say your engineer submitted.
My understanding is the engineer.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we have our engineer look at their engineer and all the engineers and all the lawyers get together and have a big party. There you go.
That would be
having
all
to
I have
look at
unless
the
there's questions.
setback?
A motion to authorize the township engineer
To look at
to
the,
request the to review the variance submitted by the applicant, and to give advice, sorry, and to advise the board of the brokenness thereof.
Second.
I got a question on the variance. Obviously, you're gonna have to know exactly where the building sits, because past practice in this township with me, whenever I wanted to build a barn and I was supervisor, I had to know exactly the distance from the road to the corner of each building, and the code enforcement officer came out and signed off on it, that it was okay. So, once we know that, is John gonna go out there and say that's exactly what the setback is, or what are we gonna do?
Who's John?
Code enforcement.
Oh,
Because
I think what we're
I
saying
don't know
is,
what table, they haven't built, they're not building anything yet.
I think what the motion is to authorize the township engineer to review
Yeah,
Right,
the
and then,
circumstances. I don't
we're gonna
want,
look into it.
when the guy put his home in down in Wayne Township, he dug the toe of the slope, it was an arch situation, just to pour everything out. I just make sure that there's no road slip, at least from my township's perspective.
Well, I understand that, but before you can give a variance, you need to know exactly where the building is.
That's what we're waiting
That's what we're
for.
waiting
That's
on.
why we're getting it looked into.
we're not giving it.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure, past practice, we talk about that all the time.
All past practice ain't great good.
Right, it's
All
only, it
depends who
can
you
only
are.
be in one of two areas. It can either be
I don't-
35 or 50, and you'll know where the corner
Did we
is.
go on the motion?
We
Alright,
didn't vote yet, I have a.
how do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
I vote yes. Doug,
Yes.
Yes. Then that's for our guy to review it. No. Okay. We're moving on, I think we're
The
done.
cost for our guy to review it will be borne by the applicant.
Yeah.
That's how it always is. Yeah, that's part of the motion, just put that in.
Okay. Purchase two cellular gateways for pump
Thank you.
station at
Good night, sir.
cost of $1,260 and $50 a month tentatively for service. Current is paying for 4 at $45 a piece, and they do not work.
The cellular gateway basically would let John Forrest know when a pump breaks down.
so the phase 2 pump station doesn't,
Had an auto dialer that we've been paying $45 a month for, but
It
there's
didn't
never
work.
phone line to it.
yeah, there's no phone line actually to the auto dialer. So
It's
when the
Wi-Fi.
pump,
It's satellite.
so when the pump failed, he didn't receive the notification. That's why. So we.
All right, we're paying
We're
$45 a month for 4 of them?
Okay, what happens
No,
is
45.
Verizon landlines it was $45 a month and they were $45 a piece is what we've been paying monthly.
We're paying for the one that's not connected.
2 gateways will run us $1,260, and then it would be $50 a month for the 2 of them for service. So
Why
we're
does
gonna
it say
save.
tentatively then?
The savings
Because-
is almost out.
What happens is that no one's quite sure how many gigabytes they'll use, so they're gonna start us out at 1 gigabyte per gateway, and then if
I
it's,
gotcha.
they can lower it.
Lower, okay,
We can lower it, we don't wanna raise it.
okay, gotcha.
What is a cellular gateway, just so I understand, I don't.
So you have to get service at that location.
It's like a hotspot?
It's
Yes.
basically like a phone.
Yes.
Sitting in there, so when when it sends that signal, it goes to the gateway then tells the phone to dial, and it dials.
If there's a problem.
Yes, and if you think $1,200 is expensive,
No,
it's
no.
cheaper than Hapchuck.
So is that $50, is that for each one of them, so it's $100?
No, it's $50.
For both of them?
$50 for both, yes.
Motion to approve.
Oh.
That's a replace, or in addition to what we already have there.
Well,
No, we'll
get rid of
Get
those.
rid of the first one.
I already canceled the landlines don't work, because there's no
No,
point
the
in paying any more
landlines-
money for the
There's actually no
landlines.
line there.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Basically, Caps, what they would do, is if they get, the pump goes wrong or something.
It immediately
it's
sends him a
only
message and he can come,
Yes.
instead of
Let's
waiting
take
for
a big
somebody to
bet.
see it.
Yeah,
We broke the phone line?
We have a second?
Yes. Second that.
Kathy, question,
Yes,
is that $1,260 a piece or for both?
no, that's for 2.
And the
All right.
tip fee is for both?
Yes,
Vote, I need a vote.
How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
yes.
I vote yes. Doug,
Yeah.
and Ed.
Sure.
Are we going to executive session for personnel purposes?
Doug, did you want to make a motion for that
Yeah, but that
secretary?
probably when I come out from the executive session, but I have it written.
All right, you wanna get-
No, I just want to make a motion to have the township secretary be in attendance at the,
Okay, there's a motion.
be in attendance at one township meeting a month. Paid a minimum of 2 hours.
Only is one township meeting.
Say again?
Paid a minimum for 2 hours.
Motion to authorize Ms. Baylock to attend the monthly meeting of Donald Township.
At a minimum, she gets paid a minimum of 2 hours.
So that means we have to get out here in 2 hours.
Well, no, you know what it means.
Anybody want a second?
Wait a minute, say that again.
A motion to authorize the township secretary to attend the monthly meeting of Donegal Township with a payment of at least 2 hours, a payment of 2 hours per meeting. That's his motion. Correct, Mr. Tigard?
That is correct.
Do we have a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Discussion. How do you vote?
Question,
Yeah.
would it be a good idea to clarify that instead of just saying one meeting, month, say the regular stated meeting?
As I said, the monthly meeting,
Regular
Monthly
month.
meeting.
the regular monthly meeting. That, clarify the regular monthly.
All right. How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
I don't know. Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Yeah. All right. Now, praise the Lord, we're going to.
Wait, I have a motion.
Got a motion for executive session?
For personnel purposes. So moved.
Got a second?
I'll second it.
Oh, everybody's in favor.
Kathy, yes.